Hey guys, it is now Tuesday, and I'm hoping that this mastery path thing works. And depending on your pre assessment, this is the path that it's taking you through. Um, this will be your second lesson, actually. So you'll hopefully will have done a lesson on Tuesday, and now we've moved on. So, previous lesson, we talked about ways minerals form, 5 ways. And I'm not real big on memorizing, but I'd kind of really like to have these in sunk into your brain. It has to have a chemical composition, meaning it's from an element or a compound. Has to be a solid. It has to be inorganic, meaning never was alive. It has to have crystal structure, formed of crystals. It has to be naturally occurring, meaning it just happened on Earth. Okay, so today we're going to look at how those minerals form, that are those 5 things. And then there's 2 big categories that we need to know, at least be familiar with. I'm not real obsessed with um, memorizing it all, but at least know what they are. All right, here we go. So, how are minerals formed? Well, there are 3 main things on how they're formed. First is cooling of magma or lava. Okay. And we'll talk about that in a second. And then a thing called metamorphism. And if you know anything about rocks, and we'll learn in the next few weeks here, metamorphic is a type of rock. And that means it's formed by heat and pressure, temperature and pressure. So that is metamorphism. And then solutions. Water, believe it or not, has a lot of things in it sometimes. Well, when water evaporates out, a lot of times it will leave a mineral, for instance, salt. Okay, so those are the 3 things that we're going to look at. Okay, oops, I'm sorry. All right. Minerals form from cooling magma and lava that eventually reach Earth's surface and cools. Remember, magma is the molten lava underneath the Earth, okay? And lava is the magma that has reached Earth's surface, has erupted from a volcano. So that is the first way. Okay. The second way is this metamorphism. And minerals can form from extreme pressure and temperature in Earth. Okay. And once we get into metamorphic rock, we'll talk more about these. But these are marble, especially, is a very common or popular, well heard of type of metamorphic rock. Okay. We're going to go past that. All right. And that too. All right. So again, to summarize the ways minerals form, kind of think in your head real quick, what are those 3 things? Well, the first thing is they form in response to temperature and pressure. That is the metamorphism. If you just told me metamorphism, same thing. Okay. They form as magma cools or lava cools. It can be either one of those. And then lastly, they form as precipitates. Okay. Again, when things evaporate out of solutions. When water evaporates out, it's what it leaves behind. All right. Again, there are 2 main classifications of minerals. Okay. And they're classified by their chemical composition. There's that word we see all the time. Remember, it means the makeup or what it's made of. Okay. So they're either a silicate or a non silicate. And that's how you say those words. Okay. So a silicate means it is made from silicon or silicon, however you want to say it, or oxygen. They are the 2 most common elements on Earth's crust. Okay. Not out in the atmosphere, but on Earth's crust, silicon and oxygen are the most common. If the mineral is formed from that, they are called a silicate. Okay. So again, minerals that contain these elements are called silicate minerals. All right. Again, they make up most of Earth's crust, with the majority being what's called a feldspar and quartz. So there you go. All right. Why do we think Earth's crust is made up mostly of silicates? Why do we think that might be? Well, because they're the most common elements. That's kind of a doy question. Okay. They make up the silicate minerals because they are the most common. All right. Minerals that do not contain those silicate building blocks, the tetrahedrons, if you want to know the exact word, are called non-silicates. Now, if you look at this graph, the non-silicates only make up 10%. Okay. So silicates make up most of them, but there are some non-silicates. Okay. And one last thing I want you to look at, I want you to know this native elements term. Those are minerals that are composed or made up of only one element. They give you copper and silver. Gold is also a big one. Okay. The rest of these, I'm not extraordinarily worried that you know, but I do want you to know those native elements. Okay. And we're going to go past that. Maybe. Okay. We're going to stop there. Hopefully you can get your questions answered and have a good day.